Oh, hello. I didn't see you come in. So, as some of you may know that I'm trying to minimize the amount of time I spend on the internet, I got to thinking there are still some good content creators that I would like to keep up with. I would like to check to see what they're doing. I'm sorry if the audio is terrible on this video, by the way. I have an air fryer cooking a steak over there, and I'm in a very open room, and the camera's over there. So I think the audio is going to be terrible, but that's just what we're going to deal with. But there are still some content creators that I want to keep up with. But the problem is, if I go onto YouTube to check my subscription feed, well then I'm just going to find myself moving my mouse over to the Home tab, and then looking at all the recommended videos YouTube has for me. If I watch a video on YouTube, I'm going to be distracted by the comments, I'm going to be distracted by all the suggested videos. Now, I'll just end up clicking a suggested video and clicking a suggested video and clicking another suggested video until after 3 hours I realize I've been watching YouTube non-stop. Same goes with Twitter, same goes with Instagram. But me, my little Zoomer self, has discovered something that a lot of older people on the internet knew about well before me, and I am treating it like it's brand new news because nobody in my generation uses it. I've discovered something called the RSS feed. Don't you wish there was a way to keep up with your favorite content creators and look at their new content, be notified of their new releases, but not being distracted by all the other gizmos and widgets and whatever of social media? I do. I often do. Do you ever realize that there's better information in podcasts and blogs, but there's not really a good way to follow a blog unless you make a special account on that blog or something like that? Don't you wish you had everything in one place? All the social media posts, all the blog posts, all the videos of all the content creators you enjoy without having to deal with all the other nonsense of social media? Well then, let's talk about the RSS feed and what good it has done for me recently when I've discovered it. Maybe you've heard of the RSS feed, you've heard of RSS because there are some vestiges of it lingering around in the internet world, but if you take RSS links, or sometimes even just links of the accounts you wish to follow, whether that be Twitter or YouTube or a blog, for example, and blogs often have RSS links you can use, then you put that into an RSS feed. You know, some people might code their own RSS reader. I don't. I use something called Feedly, but I just plug in all the RSS feeds into that, and all of a sudden I have a feed of all the content creators that I care about, right? For example, if there's a podcast that I listen to, I can click, and when there's a new release, I can click on it within Feedly, and I get the podcast right there. I don't have to go to the podcaster's website to listen to it. If I have a new YouTube video releases, I don't even have to go to YouTube. It can play in Feedly, which I think is very useful and very good at minimizing distractions. So in our modern world where social media is designed to catch your attention and to keep you browsing and surfing for as long as possible, I think an RSS feed is a good alternative. You don't have to cut away all the content creators you enjoy. I have an RSS feed that has a limited amount of content creators that I care about. Mostly those are creators who I feel help me in understanding life more. Or they may be academic, like, I'm really into genetics, genetic journals, stuff like that. But for those of you who ever thought of quitting social media, or that you spend way too much time on social media, here's my advice to you. Consider using an RSS feed with specific creators you enjoy. That way you're not going onto the social media pages, but you can consume that content, as it were. It's a good way to limit your time. And if you do decide to go down that route, if you do decide to make an RSS feed and stop going to YouTube, can you please put my channel in your RSS feed? Because, I get paid by, people viewing this, so please, don't forget me. My voice, my throat, I had something in my throat for a while, so that's why I don't have a good video for you guys this week. I wanted to make a better video. I wanted to actually make Commander Radix's American History Episode 5, but because my voice was bad, I couldn't read this narration, I couldn't read the script, so I did not have enough time to get that episode out. I'm aiming for that to be the next video that comes out next week, but we'll see. But you get this little coffee time with Commander Radix as I discuss some things that I've learned. It's 5:30 a.m., by the way.